What a great start for the day, isn't it? I'm sure this is going to be one of the most important days for all the bank job aspirants, because the SBI PO 2018 notification for recruitment of 2,000 probationary officers has been released. I'm also sure that this is no more a breaking news. All of you are aware of this, and you must have also checked if you are eligible to appear in this examination, in this recruitment or not. However, all said and done, it's a big day because the SBI PO notification, as highly speculated, has been released, and the application for the same starts today. Right, the application starts from today, and the last date to apply is going to be 13th of May. Well, a very good afternoon, good evening to all of you, and welcome to this doubts clarification session on quantitative aptitude and reasoning brought to you by Talent Sprint. I hope all of you are in good health. I'm sure you are feeling healthier now after this notification, and I hope your preparation is in high gear for all the upcoming exams. And you must pull your socks up and leave no stone unturned now, because some of the big exams are lined up, right? Which includes SBI Clerks preliminary exam, which is scheduled on 23rd of June, if I'm right, and SBI PO preliminary exam, which is tentatively scheduled for the first week of July. All right, so a very good day. I can see in fact all of you chatting about the SBI PO eligibility and things related to SBI PO. So good, congratulations I must say to all of you, and all the best for your preparation. Now let me quickly take you through some of the important highlights here, important dates basically, and some changes in the notification, following which we will start the doubts clarification session. So important dates, like you all must be aware already, are date of application, which is from 21st of April today till 13th of May. The date of online preliminary examination, which is 1st July onwards, I think 1st, 7th and 8th of July. Then the main examination on 4th of August. And the phase 3, which is group exercise and interview, from September 24th onwards, right? September 24th to October 12th. Okay, and yes, in the middle of these dates, you'll have one particular date for downloading your call letter, one date for the result and things like that. But important ones are the dates for all the 3 phases. So make sure that you align your preparation in line with this tentative schedule released by SBI for the recruitment of probationary officers. And I think in terms of the scheme of examination, the selection process, everything is the same like last year, except one change which was expected, and that change is the sectional time limit in the preliminary examination. You know that in SBI Clerks notification, or in the SBI Clerks exam this year, there is going to be a sectional time limit even for prelims. Remember, sectional time limit for mains was introduced long back, I think a couple of years back. Sectional time limit for prelims, this is the first time. And once it was there in the clerks notification, it was kind of sure that it will be repeated in PO notification as well. So yes, the SBI PO preliminary examination will have a sectional time limit, 20 minutes per section. So that I think is an advantage. Take it positively. It's an advantage. You don't have to worry about time allocation across various sections. You don't have to worry about the sequence in which you must attempt sections and things like that, right? All you have to do now is make sure that you spend those 20 minutes wisely and maximize your score for that particular section. All right, so I think that's about the important points from the notification. I'm sure you will go through it in detail, and please make sure that you complete your application in this 1 week itself. While the last date is 13th of May, do not delay it unnecessarily. Wait for a couple of days, maybe read the notification, understand the eligibility criteria, collect all the details required, right? Get the right copy of photograph and signature which has to be uploaded, and then apply it peacefully in the first 1 week, so that you are clear with that part, right? I mean, I don't want every year I get disappointed when I find people saying that they couldn't apply for the exam because they were late, right? That's the stupidest thing one aspirant can do, right? You can't miss on the date of application. So please complete the application as early as possible. All right. I see many of you have joined the chat here. Good to see you all. Dushyant, Selvi, Girish, Nishi, Anil Kiran, Somakrishna, Annapurna, we have Rishi, then Dushyant, Ashok and others there. I hope all of you are able to see the live stream. Let me also tell you guys that I actually had started the session at 4 o'clock without switching the camera on, and that is the reason there is a delay in the session today. I can see in the chat also some of you have mentioned that why is it getting late, right? Well, we were not really late. There was some technical goof up that I did, and then realized when I looked at your comments that I am not live while I am assuming I am live. So yeah, that's not very good to happen, but never mind. I kind of figured it out in the first few minutes. Thanks for your quick response to the chat. All right, so any questions about the notification? Don't ask me about cutoff score, right? For a simple reason, I don't know what the cutoff score is going to be. Okay, Girish has got something to say here. Girish says, I have one question regarding the free class of Talent Sprint. Do we have to bother about that, like the live sessions you will be taking in that free coaching? All right, so thank you for asking that question, Girish. That reminds me about another important update that I have to give to all of you. But before that, let me see if you guys have any questions on SBI PO. Funny, yes, it was funny. Not funny for me, but I'm sure funny for you guys and funny for all my colleagues who were around. They must be laughing outside. Selvi has got something. How to count the number of attempts, sir? How to count the number of attempts? Count. You should know how many times have you attempted for SBI PO process, right? Is this your first attempt or the? I know. I think your question is about, will the attempt be counted if I had failed last year? Will the attempt be counted if I did not appear for preliminary examination? Will the attempt be counted if I have only applied and did not appear? Well, I'm not really sure about that. The one thing I'm sure about is you should not worry about it. Why do you want to worry about how is an attempt counted? I mean, you must have given 1 or 2 attempts so far, right? I'm sure this is not the 4th attempt. If it is the 4th attempt, then you should be like really serious about the preparation. Even otherwise, you must be serious about the preparation, but then you must not be so serious about the number of attempts unless it is the last one that you think it is. Okay. Okay, Shrivani has got a question. I have completed my degree this year in March. Am I eligible for applying for SBI PO? Yes, you are eligible. If you have completed your degree this year in March, you are eligible. The simple condition given is all those who have completed their graduation by, what date was it? By August 31, if I am right. August 31, 2018 are eligible. So yes, you are eligible to apply. Selvi says, I have given 1 attempt. So how does it matter? You have got at least 3 more attempts. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about unnecessary things. I think this is what occupies your mind, and you will not be able to focus on the right thing. The only thing, let me tell you, that you all can control is your preparation. So worry about that. Don't worry about useless stuff. Okay. Can I mention the date of issue of provisional certificate and CMM means what, boss? I think you can mention the date of provisional certificate. I mean, that indicates that you have completed your graduation. Yeah. Okay, let me now move to the next important update that I have for all of you. I am very glad to announce or to kind of let you guys know that we are moving to a new platform, the latest version of our learning platform. And all of you will very soon get an email and an SMS asking yourself to upgrade to that. You don't have to pay anything for this. It's a free upgrade, right? And the new platform, let me tell you, is a lot better than what we have today. I mean, it has got some enhanced features which some of you have been demanding for a long time. Like to name a few, you can bookmark a particular page. Is it buffering? I see some of you mentioning that it's buffering. Is it the case for all of you? Is it buffering for all of you? I see many comments that it's kind of buffering. Is it okay now? Nilap says 720 pixel nahi dikh raha hai. Ajit says it's not buffering always. Nishi says I thought my net is slow, but is it for everyone? I think it's fine now, right? Yeah, I can see comments that it is fine now. Okay, so I don't think there's a problem at our end unless all of you have the same issue. Anyway, so the point I was making is we have upgraded to the new platform, to the new learning platform. Very soon you will all get an email and SMS from us explaining you how to upgrade yourselves to the new portal. And this new portal has got some very good features like bookmarking a particular page, right? There are a number of pages that when you log into banking.talentsprint.com, you find videos, you find ebooks, you find tests and a lot of things, right? But then there are certain videos or tests that you think are important. How do you make a note of it? You don't have an option. But then in the new portal, you will have an option to bookmark pages, which is very useful. You will also have an option of getting notifications for changes or comments that are being posted on the discussion forum. And yes, it is a lot cleaner and a different UI basically. So I'm sure all of you will like it. We have also made the whole program structure really simple, right? And you all will see that new structure once you move to the new platform, right? The new platform is addressed at examprep.talentsprint.com. Currently you log into banking.talentsprint.com, but the new platform is called examprep.talentsprint.com. And upgrading to that platform or moving to that platform is very simple. All you have to do is instead of going to banking.talentsprint.com, go to examprep.talentsprint.com and log in with whatever credentials you have today, right? The same email ID and password can be used to log into that portal, right? So officially you have not got an email and SMS, but unofficially I am declaring that you can go there and start accessing the course content. In fact, this live session is happening currently at both banking.talentsprint.com as well as examprep.talentsprint.com. So, you can be on any portal to access it, but very soon we will decommission banking.talentsprint.com, right? And all of you will be moved to this new portal. So yes, if you want, you can go explore the new platform, but don't do it now. Let's continue with the live session. I'll finish it like in next 1 hour, 15 minutes, and then you can try it out. Okay. Now, on which date will that be changed? It has already changed. Like I said, Dhoni, you can go now and actually log in. Go to examprep.talentsprint.com and you can log in using your email ID and password, and you can see the new structure. I'm sure you'll have lots of surprises there and you will love it. Let me tell you the certain one or two items which have not been done yet are the discussion forum, right? You have a lot of questions in the discussion forum here on banking.talentsprint.com, which will be transferred or ported to the new platform examprep.talentsprint.com in the next couple of days. So don't panic or don't react when you find the discussion forum to be empty. All this data will be copied there in a couple of days. So you can start accessing the portal, you can watch videos, you can attend live classes, you can take practice tests and everything. You can also start using discussion forum, post your questions and all, but you may not find the old questions which are due to be moved, right? And I'm sure our tech team is working day in, day out to move the data there. If I have to give you some astonishing figures, there are about 40,000 or in fact 45,900 questions and answers in our discussion forums. I repeat, 45,900 questions and answers in the discussion forums. So in our discussion forum. So moving that data is a big job, and I'm sure we will do it successfully. So that's the update. Please use examprep.talentsprint.com going forward. Officially, we will send you a notification and we will close banking.talentsprint.com. Do not worry about your access. Nothing is going to happen to your access. You can Your validity will remain the same. For example, if your program is valid for 2 more months, you will be able to access examprep.talentspring.com for 2 more months. If your program is valid for, let's say, 9 months and 3 days, you will be able to access the new platform for 9 months and 3 days. There won't be any change in your access. If anything will happen, you will only get more content, right? So just check that out, and I'm sure. And please share your valuable feedback with us. I mean, if you find it useful, how do you find it? Please share it. You can write an email to support@talentsprint.com, right? And you know the support ID. Support@talentsprint.com is the email address where you can share your feedback or problems if you face any. Let me just add one more point. When you face any issue, when you are moving to the new platform and all, mention subject. In the subject line, mention exam prep, right? In the subject line, just mention exam prep so that we resolve your issue faster, right? As such, our support team gets lots of emails every day, So if you don't give a proper subject line, it will be difficult for us. So to help us resolve the issue faster, I request all of you to mention exam prep in the subject line when you send an email to support@talentsprint.com so that your issues are resolved faster, right? So that's the update I have about exam prep. And do not worry about this free coaching thing that's doing rounds outside your program. You are not losing anything because of that free coaching, and there is nothing additional in that free coaching that you are missing out in your program, right? It is just 1/5 or less than 1/5 of what you have as access. So don't panic if you find those campaigns or emails or people talking about Talentsprint's free coaching. It is less than 1/5 of what you are getting here, right? And there won't be anything that will be done for free coaching, guys, which you don't have. So be assured about that part. Okay. I can already see some very good feedback about the new portal. It's exciting, it's nice, and things like that. Thank you so much. Please share your feedback through email as well. Examprep.talentsprint.com is the URL. Examprep.talentsprint.com. Examprep.talentsprint.com. Can we get started with the doubts clarification session now? Yeah. All right. So go to examprep.talentsprint.com to look at the new portal. All your concerns will be addressed to support@talentsprint.com. Write an email to support@talentsprint.com with the subject line as exam prep. Okay. Thank you so much about the good feedback that you have given. Let's get started now. So today's session, like you all know, is on doubts clarification from quantitative aptitude and reasoning. This is a weekly session that we do on Saturdays. And the unanswered questions from the discussion forums are chosen here, or questions that we find were difficult in the all India mock exams, or questions that we think needs a video explanation will be taken up in these sessions, right? So what I'll do now is share my screen with all of you. You can try the questions yourself, and then we will look at the solution. So the first question from the session today is on your screens now. This was posted by one of your friends. I'm not sure how to pronounce the name, sorry about that. But the question is on your screen. This belongs to the topic of blood relation. Let's see how many of you get the right answer. Your time starts now. Alright, so do you guys get the answer? Dushyant is the first one to respond. He says the answer to question number 1 should be nephew, and answer to the second one is yet to come in. Cannot be determined is what Lakshman says. Rajshekhar has got option C, which is nephew. And there's one more question, by the way. The second question, which is how is C related to A? How is C related to B's uncle, and how is C related to A? Waiting for your responses, guys, before we take it up. Quick. All right, the time is up. I think many of you have got uh, answers here for question number 1 as C, nephew, or cannot be determined. And question number 2 is confusing, is what I get to see here, right? Nishi says the answer for the first one has to be niece. So shall we take it up? Should we go ahead and solve this now? Time is up. I just want a confirmation for me, and I want to know how many of you have not been able to solve it. How many of you have got stuck with this one? ठीक है.
Some font is not available, like a rupee font. Because of that, it didn't give me editing option, edited option.
So what do I do now?
So in the PPT we can edit and we can refresh here.
How do refresh? Close and open maybe. What are these guys able to see this screen? Huh? Remove Instagram once. Now will I be able to edit?
No, you can edit.
Go back. One second. So whatever I edit here will reflect there, right?
Yeah.
Cool. ठीक है. Thanks. Oh, sorry about that inconvenience caused. I think the problem is fixed now. So I hope you're able to see the stream. Let me present the question again and solve it for all of you. So here's the question on your screens now, and let me take this up. So look at what the question says, right? It says, A says to B, I am your only sister's sister-in-law. C says to B, I am your only brother's cousin. A says to C, while referring to B, he is your father's only brother's youngest child. Note, none of these three members A, B, C are married, right? None of these three members A, B and C are married. And based on this data, we have got two questions here. The first one is, how is C related to B's uncle? And the second is, how is C related to A? So let's look at how to solve these two questions, or how to answer these two questions. Basically, all you have to do is draw the family tree for A, B and C here, right? Between A, B and C. So read the statements again. A says to B, I am your only sister's sister-in-law. Now you know how to read these statements, right? Like A says it to B that I am your only sister's sister-in-law. I here refers to whom? I refers to A. So this is A, and your refers to B, right? So A is B's only sister's sister-in-law. Right? A is B's only sister-in-law. Similarly, when C says to B, I am your only brother's cousin, I here refers to C and your refers to B. Right? So C is B's only brother's cousin. C is B's only brother's cousin. And A says to C while referring to B. So A is basically pointing to B and saying this to C, that he is your father's only brother's youngest child. He here refers to whom? He here refers to B. Remember, A is making this statement. A is making the statement in front of C, but he is referring to B. He is pointing at B and saying he is your father's only brother's youngest child. So he here refers to B. B is C's father. Your refers to C, right? A is saying this to C. So basically the three statements given to us are, A is B's only sister-in-law. C is B's only brother's cousin. And B is C's father's only brother's youngest child. So these are the three statements. Now one important piece of note given to us here is, none of these three members A, B and C are married. Now what does this mean? None of these three members A, B, C are married. How does this statement help us, or how does this point help us? Remember, when we say sister-in-law, there are two types of sisters-in-law, right? There can be two types of sisters-in-law. One is your wife's or your husband's sister, your spouse's sister. Yes or no? Another type of sister-in-law is your brother's wife. Your brother's wife. Here, there is no question of spouse of A or spouse of B or spouse of C. Why? Because these three members are married. None of these three members are married. Right? None of these three members are married. Since A, B and C are not married, we cannot say sister-in-law here refers to their spouse's sister. That's not possible. Sister-in-law here would refer to brother's wife. Right? Sister-in-law here refers to what? It refers to brother's wife. I hope all of you have understood the point, right? Sister-in-law can be of two types. Your spouse's sister, which means your husband's sister or your wife's sister, or your brother's wife. It cannot be your husband or wife's sister in this particular case because these members are not married. Okay. But then when I read the statement again, I find that A is B's only sister's sister-in-law. So there it could be their spouse's wife also. So I think I should not make this statement here. See, A, B and C are not married, but maybe B's only sister is married. So we will hold this thought for a while, right? Let's not jump to this conclusion immediately. Okay. Suppose A is B's sister-in-law, then B's sister-in-law could be B's brother's wife. But B's sister's sister-in-law could be brother's wife or husband's sister. Both are possible. So I'll not make that statement immediately. Remember, A is B's only sister's sister-in-law. Now let's try and draw the family tree. How do you want to draw the family tree? B is C's father's only brother's youngest child. So let's draw this first. B is C's father. See, C's father. C is here. C's father. We don't know who that person is. Male guy. C's father's only brother. C's father has got only one brother. And his child is B. Now is B male or female? No idea. Is C male or female? No idea. But if you look at the relationship, C's father's only brother's child. Right? There cannot be any other brother for C's father. This is the only brother. So this is C's father. This is C's father's brother. And this is C's father's brother's child. Right? So B is C's father's only brother's youngest child. Okay, remember, B gender is not known to us. So C's father's only brother's youngest child. So this statement is done, right? This statement has been considered in the family tree. Now look at the other statements. A is B's only sister's sister-in-law. A is B's only sister's sister-in-law. So B has got only one sister. And A is B's only sister's sister-in-law. A is B's sister's sister-in-law. Okay, so this is B's sister, let's say. Let me write here B's sister so that you don't get confused, right? This is B's sister, this is C's father, this is B's father. So A is B's only sister's sister-in-law. So B's sister, A is sister-in-law for this person, right? We'll try and put A later. Let's look at the other statement. What is the other statement? C says to B, C is B's only brother's cousin. See, if you look at the second statement here, C is only brother's cousin, it means what? C is B's only brother's cousin. B has got only one brother. And C is that brother's cousin. Understand, C is B's only brother's cousin would also mean C is B's cousin. You understand? This particular statement, C is B's only brother's cousin, is as good as C is B's cousin. C is B's cousin is equivalent to C is B's only brother's cousin. It is like your brother's father is your father, your brother's mother is your mother, so your brother's cousin is your cousin, right? So here it says C is B's only brother's cousin, which means C is B's cousin, which is already established. C is B's cousin, right? C is B's cousin is already established. So this point has been considered. The only extra piece of information that we get here is that B has got only one brother. Right? That's extra piece of information which is available in the second statement. C is B's cousin. It has already been established through the third statement here. But then we also know that B has got only one brother. And that one brother could also be B's, this person's brother, right? Even that's possible. Okay, so do we know the gender of B from this? No, even now we do not know the gender of B. A says to B, A is B's only sister's sister-in-law. C says to B, C is B's cousin, okay. And A says to C that B, C's father's only brothers youngest child. And none of these three members are married. Okay, none of these three members are married. A is also not married. See, A is a sister-in-law here. Who is the sister-in-law? Understand, sister-in-law is A. A is B's only sister's sister-in-law. A is a sister-in-law. Now, if A is a sister-in-law, A cannot be brother's wife. A cannot be brother's wife here, because if A is brother's wife, A becomes married. We know that A is not married, right? None of these three members are married. So A cannot be brother's wife. You're able to follow? This clue here is very, very important. None of these three members A, B, C are married, right? A is not married. Now, you know that there are two types of sister-in-law: brother's wife or spouse's sister. It cannot be brother's wife here, because A is the sister-in-law. A cannot be somebody's wife. A cannot be somebody's wife. So A is not married. So A cannot be brother's wife. A has to be spouse's sister. So only sister's sister-in-law. So this B sister is married, and this person's sister is A. I hope you have understood the relationship, right? Let me explain this once again. A says to B, A is B's only sister-in-law. You know that sister-in-law are of two types. Sister-in-law are of two types. It can be your spouse's sister or brother's wife, right? Now this sister-in-law here refers to A. A is B's only sister-in-law. It refers to A. Now if you say A is somebody's brother's wife, it makes A as married. But we know that A is not married. None of these three members are married. So A cannot be somebody's brother's wife, right? This is not possible. This is the correct meaning of sister-in-law in this case. So A is somebody's spouse's sister. Whose spouse's sister? B's only sister's sister-in-law. Sister's sister-in-law. So sister's spouse. B's sister. This is B's sister. This person is B's sister. She has got a spouse, meaning her husband. And that husband's sister is A. So this is A, this is B and C, right? And the next statement, C is B's only brother's cousin. B has got one brother also, by the way, right? B has got one brother also. Let me mention it here. Only one brother and one sister, right? Only one brother and one sister, right? B has got one brother. Who is this person? We do not know. And C is B's cousin. And then last statement also says that B, C's father's only brother's youngest child. So this is the relationship. In this relationship, we know that A is female. We do not know about the gender of B and C, and all the other are unknown persons, right? C's father is not known. C's father's brother is not known, right? B's brother is not known. B's sister is not known. B's sister's husband is not known. But B's sister's husband's sister is known to us, right? Now look at the questions. How is C related to B's uncle? How is C related to B's uncle? Question number 1. How is C related to B's uncle? See, B's uncle. Who's B's uncle? This person is B's uncle, right? This person can be taken as B's uncle. B's father's brother, right? B's father's brother. So this is B's uncle. How is C related to B's uncle? C is B's uncle's child. B's uncle is this. This person's child is C. So how is C related to B's uncle? C is the child of B's uncle. Now which child, male child or female child, do not know. C can be the daughter of B's uncle or can be the son of B's uncle. Of course, option A, cousin, option B, uncle, option C, nephew, option D, niece is wrong. Answer should be option E, cannot be determined. It can be son or daughter. Are you able to follow? How is C related to B's uncle? B's uncle is C's father. So basically C is the child of B's uncle. But which child, male child or female child, is not known. C could be son or daughter. That's the reason option E, cannot be determined, is the answer. Right? Option E, cannot be determined, is the answer. And by the way, I think we know the gender of B also here, because if you read the statement, A says to C while referring to B, he. He here refers to whom? B. So B is a male person. Now A says to C while referring to B, he says he. He is a pronoun used here, right? This pronoun he has been used for B. So B is male, right? Of course, C's gender is still not known, but B gender is known. Sorry, I missed that part initially, but B is a male person is what we know here. Now look at the next question. How is C related to A? How is C related to A? How is C related to A? C related to A is like very Distant relationship, right? How is C related to A? Look at this. A's brother's wife's father's brother's child. Yes or no? How is C related to A? A's brother, brother's wife, brother's wife's father. Yes or no? The relationship between these two persons is father. Actually, wife's brother's father is nothing but wife's father, right? Your wife's brother's father is your wife's father. So A's brother's father-in-law, basically. Brother's wife's father is A's brother's father-in-law. Your brother's father-in-law's cousin's child is C. Oh, that's a distant relationship, right? I mean, they are actually not into blood relation, but they are like some way in relationship through the law, right? A's brother's father-in-law's brother's child. So how is C related to A? A's sister-in-law's cousin. Yes, A's sister-in-law's cousin. That's true. Option A is correct. See, A's sister-in-law. The relationship between A and this person is A's sister-in-law, right? A's brother's wife. Your brother's wife is your sister-in-law. Your sister-in-law's cousin. See, C is the cousin for B, which means C is also the cousin for these two persons. All these three are siblings. Remember, all these three are siblings. Right? So B's cousin means this person's cousin and this person's cousin also. Right? For all these three, the relationship with C is cousin. C is the cousin to all these three siblings. Right? So A's brother's wife is A's sister-in-law. A's sister-in-law's cousin. A's sister-in-law's cousin. So sister-in-law's cousin, option A is the correct answer. It cannot be brother-in-law. It cannot be sister-in-law. Because see, we do not know C gender at all. Once we do not know C gender, we cannot say brother-in-law or sister-in-law. Cousin's sister is also wrong. It's not A's cousin's sister. It is A's sister-in-law's cousin. Right? And none of this is also wrong. Actually, the answer is sister-in-law's cousin. Now, male cousin or female cousin, we do not worry there. Sister-in-law's cousin is the right relationship. A's brother's wife is A's sister-in-law. A's sister-in-law's cousin is C. So, how is C related to A? Sister-in-law's cousin. So, option A is the answer for second question. Right? Option A is the answer for second question. And option E is the answer for the first question here. So, relationship between B and C cannot be determined. I mean, we know that B's uncle and C cannot be determined. B's uncle is C's father, but is C the son or daughter? Cannot be said. Gender is not known. Right? That's the reason none of this, I mean, cannot be determined was the answer. But in the second question, clearly A's sister-in-law's cousin, option A. So I would say a very interesting question, and family tree is the way to arrive at the answers. I hope all of you have understood this. Those who are new to this concept of blood relations will be a little confused. They will not be sure about how to solve such questions, but once you refer to the videos, understand the whole basics of blood relations, and then try it out, I'm sure you'll be able to follow. So even if you have not followed, I would not repeat it for you immediately. I would suggest you go through the video once again. This will get added to your learning account within 24 working hours, and after that, you can just check this out. Okay. नीरज says दूर का रिश्ता. हाँ, दूर का रिश्ता ही है, but properly दिया गया है options में. Sister-in-law's cousin, so we should consider that. Okay, should I go for the next one now? I think time to take the next one. We have spent a lot of time. How many questions solved till now? Only 2, I would say, but don't worry, we will take up more and more questions. So the next one coming up from directions on your screens now. This was posted by Ramalakshmi. A starts from his home and goes 2 kilometers straight, then he turns to his right and goes 1 kilometer, again he turns to his right and goes 2 kilometers, finally turns to his left, which is south direction, and goes 1 kilometer. First 2 kilometer traveled by A was towards which direction? Interesting question type. We have discussed such questions in the past. I'll give you 1 minute to try this out. Your clock starts now. Quick questions on directions. The challenge here is we do not know the initial direction. Got it? East is the answer. East is the most common response I see here, and I'm glad that all of you have got it right. Yeah, any other response here? No. All of you have got East? Yes. I think all of you have got East. Chalo, let's try it out. So here we go. The question posted by your friend Ramal Lakshmi, right? A starts from his home and goes 2 kilometers straight. Then he turns to his right and goes 1 kilometer. Again, he turns to his right and goes 2 kilometer. Finally, he turns to his left, which is south direction, and goes 1 kilometer. The first 2 kilometers traveled by A was towards which direction? Now, looks like a simple question for direction, but when you start tracing the path, you will realize that the start itself is not clear. Why is it not clear? Read the question again. It says A starts from his home and goes 2 kilometers straight. A has started from his home. Let's say this is his starting point. This is the starting point, and it goes 2 kilometers straight. Now there are four possibilities. A can go 2 kilometers in this direction. A can go 2 kilometers in the north direction. A can go 2 kilometers in the west direction. A can also go 2 kilometers in the south direction. We have no clue which direction he is referring to. All we know is A goes 2 kilometers straight. And then he turns to his right. Which right? From north, the right is this. From east, the right is this. From south, the right is this. And from west, the right would be this. These are all right directions. You're getting it? So we are confused. We do not know what is the starting direction of A. We know the starting point. We know the distance that A has traveled initially, but we do not know what is the starting direction of A. So how to deal with such questions? Because he has to turn right, go 1 kilometer. Again, he has to turn right and go 2 kilometers and so on. Now, the easiest way to solve such questions in my view is to start from, in any direction that you like. You can either go east, you can go west, you can go north, or you can go south. Just start it and see what happens. Right? There are two possible cases. Either you will find that his left that he has taken here is south as given in the question. That may happen. If that happens, you are really lucky. If that doesn't happen, you will just have to rotate the whole diagram by whatever, 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 270 degrees, 45 degrees, whatever be the case. Okay, so let me explain this to you, right? So let's say case one. Let's say when you say A starts from his home and goes 2 kilometers straight, you have taken east direction. Because usually we take, we are habituated to draw a horizontal line, right? So by default, we tend to take a horizontal line and towards east direction. So this is the starting point. A goes 2 kilometers straight in the east direction. This is 2 kilometers straight in the east direction. He then turns to his right. Now what is right for this person? Right for this person will be towards south. He turns to his right and goes 1 kilometer. Now he goes 1 kilometer, right? He again turns to his right. Now again this person turns to his right. Remember, the person is facing south, and for a southward facing person, right would be towards our left. So he turns to his right in this direction and goes 2 kilometer. Goes 2 kilometer meaning he comes exactly in line with this point. Yeah. Finally, see, he is in this direction now. He is in east direction now. Finally, he turns to his left. Now for a person facing east, left would be towards south. So finally he turns to his left in this direction, which is south. And exactly that's what we have got here, which is south. We are lucky. He turns to his left, which comes out to be south, and he travels 1 kilometer. So this is the lucky case, I would say. Why is it lucky case? Because whatever is given in the question comes out to be in the path that we have traced, right? A starts from his home, goes 2 kilometers straight. Yes, 2 kilometers straight. We assumed he had traveled in the east direction. 2 kilometers straight in the east direction. Then he turns right, travels 1 kilometer. He again turns right, travels 2 kilometers. And finally he turns to his left. And that left should be south. And it actually comes out to be south for us. So I can say this is the correct case. If this is the correct case, the question says the first 2 kilometers traveled by A was towards which direction? The first 2 kilometers is this. Yes or no? This is the first 2 kilometers. In which direction was it? It was in the east direction. This is the first 2 kilometers, right? Starting points are first 2 kilometers. East direction. So east is your answer. East is your answer. Right? Option 1 is the answer. Now, what happens in the unlucky case? Case 2. Unlucky cases can be 3. Remember, lucky case is only 1. Unlucky will be 3. Because out of these 4 possibilities, 1 can be correct. If east is correct, obviously north is wrong, south is wrong, west is wrong. So what happens if you choose any of these 3 cases? So let me explain you the case 2. I'll explain only one of them. Similar thing can be done for the remaining. Right? Unlucky case. I mean, this is not standard lucky case or unlucky case. I'm just giving some name there. But yeah, if this is lucky, this is unlucky. Unlucky case. Let's assume you start in north direction. Then what happens? Or east or south. Let's take north direction. So this is the starting point. Read the question. A starts from his home and goes 2 kilometers straight. Let me go 2 kilometers in the north direction. This is the starting point. He has gone 2 kilometers in the north direction. He then turns to his right. For a north facing person, right is towards our right. So he turns to his right and goes 1 kilometer. He goes 1 kilometer now. He again turns to his right. So remember, the person is facing east now. So right for a person facing east would be towards this direction, south direction, right? He goes 2 kilometers. So he goes 2 kilometers now, right? He finally turns to his left. Remember, the person is facing south. For a southward facing person, left direction would be this side. This is left. And goes 1 kilometer and goes 1 kilometer. He goes 1 kilometer. According to the question, finally when he turns left, finally he turns to his left, which is south. This is supposed to be south. I'll clear this north here because that is north according to the cardinal directions. This is south according to the case that we have considered. Okay. So what happened in this case? If you see, A started, this is the starting point. This is the starting point, let's say A. A traveled 2 kilometers in a straight line. He turns to his right, this is the right, he travels 1 kilometer. Again he turns to his right, travels 2 kilometers. And finally he turns to his left, travels 1 kilometer. But this left is supposed to be south. This left is supposed to be south. So this is south. According to this unlucky case, this is south. This is south. But in the real scenario, what is south? I mean, for this point to be south, what happens? You should rotate it like this. Rotate in the clockwise direction. By how much? By 90 degrees. See, explanation takes a little bit of time, but doing that won't be as complex. I mean, you can do it very easily. This is south, but really south should be in which direction? It should be in this direction. South is in this direction. So this line, this straight line, if it is rotated like this by 90 degrees, it becomes a south facing line. Yes or no? The straight line that we have drawn, last leg should be vertical like this, right? So rotated by 90 degrees in the clockwise direction. If this is rotated by 90 degrees, every point in the trace gets rotated by 90 degrees. Remember, if you rotate one point by 90 degrees, all the points will get rotated by 90 degrees, which means the starting point also, or this point also, will get rotated by 90 degrees. In which direction? The clockwise direction. So this point rotated by 90 degrees in clockwise direction, what happens? It comes here. 90 degrees, right? One quadrant. This is 90 degrees, this is also 90 degrees. You have rotated by 90 degrees. So this line from A to 1 will become like this. It will become in this direction. What is this? This is east. And hence, east is your answer. Option 1 is your answer. It's very, very easy. Don't get confused, right? I'm sorry. Don't get confused. This is rotating by 90 degrees. So this leg, the first leg also will get rotated by 90 degrees, right? Currently, it is in this direction. The first leg from A to, let's say, this point is A dash. 2 kilometers a point, right? It is in this direction. We have to rotate this by 90 degrees. So what happens? It will fall. It will fall and it will come like this. This will become A dash, A dash. So what is this direction? This is supposed to be the real case. This is east. Hence the answer is east. That's what we are doing here. So even if it is an unlucky case, it could be any of the three unlucky cases. When you start in the north direction or west direction or south direction, it could be the same, right? So just like in this case, we have done 90 degrees rotation clockwise. In some other case, maybe you'll have to do 90 degrees rotation in anti-clockwise direction or 270 degree rotation in clockwise direction. Okay. So that's how you get it. In fact, visually you can understand. You don't have to do anything, right? South, and this is perpendicular, right? See, this is south. The starting line is perpendicular to south. If it is perpendicular to south, it should either be east or west. It should either be east or west, right? So south and north cannot be the answers. Data integrity is also incorrect. Either east or maybe none of this would mean west. So between these two also you can choose. Just visualize what will happen. This leg will fall on the right side or left side. It will fall on the right side. Right side means it is east. If it falls on the left side, then it means it is west. So option 1 is the answer. Okay. I hope all of you have understood this. It's a simple one, but again, don't worry if you have not got it. Peacefully understand the basic concepts of directions and then try it out once again. You will get the trick. Should we move to the next one? Let me take up the next question. I think all of you had anyway got east as the answer. So let's move to the next one. There's one more question on blood relations. This was posted by Raj Shekhar. So let's pick it up. I hope all of you get the answer to this one now. Question is on your screens. Posted by Raj Shekhar. P is the father of D. D is the only son of T. T is the daughter of J. J is the mother of G. T is the mother of G. G is the sister of V. So 5 relations have been given. You have to connect all these, draw the family tree, and then answer the questions. If J is married to B, then how is B related to G? And then how is V related to P? So you have 1 minute for this. Your clock starts now. Five and 5 or 5 and 4? Got it? 5, 4, 5, 3, 5, 2, 5, 1, 5, 5. I've got all the possible combinations for this question, right? I think all of you have got answer as option 5 for question 1 here. But question 2, you are confused. You have said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All possible answers have been given. Done? Chalo, let's take it up. I think let's clear the confusion now. Find out what the right answer is. So here we go. The question was posted by Raj Shekhar. It says P is the father of D, D is the only son of T, T is the daughter of J, T is the mother of G, G is the sister of V. Now there are two questions here. If J is married to B, then how is B related to G? And question number 2 is how is V related to P? So let's draw the family tree first. P is the father of D. P is the father of D. P is the father of D. So P is the father of D. D is the only son of T. Remember, P is the father of D. P is the father of D. D is the only son of T. D is the only son. So definitely D is male child, son. Only son of T. See, D is the son of P. D is also son of T. Meaning P and T are married to each other. Husband and wife. Now you can understand both the statements. P is the father of D, P is the father of D, D is the only son of T, D is the only son of T, only son of T. T is the daughter of J, T is the daughter of J, T is the daughter of J. So T's father or mother is J. You getting this? See, remember, T is the daughter of J, T is the daughter of J, J could be father or mother. That is not for sure. Then it says T is the mother of G, T is the mother of G. T is the mother of G meaning what? D's sibling is G. D's sibling is G. Is G male or female? G is female. How do we know G is female here? See, the question says, the data says T is the mother of G. T is the mother of G, but G could be son or daughter, both are possible. But I am concluding that G is going to be the daughter. Why is it so? Remember, the first point said D is the only son of T. D is the only son of T, which means T cannot have any more sons. D is the only son of T. So if T has got one more child, that other child should be a daughter. Even if T has got, let's say, 3 more childs, all those 3 children, if T has got 3 more children, all those 3 children would be daughters. Are you getting it? P is the father of D, P is the father of D, D is the only son of T, T is the only son of T, which makes it clear that P and T are married to each other, with P being the husband and T being the wife. T is the daughter of J, fine. T is the mother of G, T is the mother of G. But G has to be daughter. This part is very, very important, right? G is daughter is the hidden point here. If you do not understand it, then you may not be able to answer the questions, right? G is the daughter is to be understood. Okay. Last point. G is the sister of V. 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 So yes, G is female, so G is the sister of V. But is V male or female? V is female. I told you, D is the only son of T. V cannot be male. If V becomes male, what happens? T will have 2 sons, D and V, which is not possible. D is the only son. This word only is very, very important here, right? The word only is very, very important. You have to take care of it, right? So V also is female. Okay, G is the sister of V. G is the sister of V. V is also the sister of G, and V is the sister of D as well. So that's the family tree. That's the family tree. Okay, now we can answer the questions. If J is married to B, if J is married to B, how is B related to G? If J is married to B, okay, hold on. T is the daughter of, okay, J. Okay, J is married to B. Okay, I was wondering where is J. J is married to B. Fine, J is married to B. If condition, right? If J is married to B. So let's say J is married to B. If J is married to B, how is B related to G? I think answer cannot be determined. Why the answer cannot be determined? Because J's gender is not known to us. If J's gender is not known, B's gender also is not known to us. If J is married to B, then how is B related to G? B is going to be the grandparent of G. See, G's mother's parent. G's mother. G's mother. Your mother's father or your mother's mother. It could be either your grandfather or grandmother. See, J's gender is not known. If you know the gender of J, you can establish the gender of B. But then in this case, we cannot do anything because we know the relationship is going to be that of a grandfather or grandmother, but what exactly is not known to us. How is B related to G? How is B related to G? Cannot be determined. It can be grandfather, possible. It can be grandmother, that's also possible. Since both are given, we will say cannot be determined. How is G related to B? Suppose these two are swapped. Then the answer can be determined. G is the granddaughter. Remember, the question can change. It can say how is G related to B? How is G related to B? How is G related to B? The answer in this case will be granddaughter. See, G definitely is the granddaughter. But is B the grandmother or grandfather? We do not know. So be careful. In that case, the answer will be granddaughter. But in the real case, how is B related to G? Cannot be determined. Okay. Look at the next one. How is V related to P? How is V related to P? V related to P. P's daughter. Simple. How is V related to P? P's son's sister. Your son's sister is your daughter. So P's daughter. P's daughter is V. Yes or no? P's daughter. So how is V related to P? V is P's daughter. So option 1 is the answer. Option 1 is the answer. I am sure many of you would have marked the answer for this also as cannot be determined, assuming that V's gender is not given to us, but V's gender is indirectly given to us. G is the sister of V does not give us the gender of V. But the fact that D is the only son of T makes it clear that V is going to be a female person. Okay. So option 1, daughter is the answer. Right? Option 1, daughter is the answer. I hope all of you have understood this. How is V related to P? Clear? 5, 1 is the right pair. 5, 1, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 5, all options were given. All possible combinations are given with 5, but I think 5, 1 is the right answer. And I see Praveen's comment here that why don't I use a different color? I'm sorry, I think I chose black. I will change it to blue or something. Okay. Should I go for the next one? If you have any questions, you can post, but I think it's a simple one. Should I go for the next one? Chalo, let's take something from quantitative aptitude. This again is a simple one, but I don't know why did Rishabh post it in the forum and why didn't anyone answer it so far. The question is on your screens now. Try this. It says the average monthly income of A and B is 5,050. The average monthly income of B and C is 6,250 and the average monthly income of C and A is 5,200. Find the monthly income of A. Quick. So 3 averages have been given. You have to find out the monthly income of A. It's a simple one. I mean, if you understand 3 equations and 3 unknown values, you can solve. So do it quickly. You have 1 minute for this, and I'm sure you will be quick in arriving at the answer here, arriving at the right answer here. Done? Option 1, 4,000. Good. Should we take it up now? Chalo, let's take it up. I think it's a very simple one. Try this out now. So the question posted by Rishabh here is the average monthly income of A and B is 5,050. The average monthly income of B and C is 6,250 and the average monthly income of C and A is 5,200. Find the monthly income of A. Simple. Average income of 2 persons is 5,050, which means total income of those 2 persons will be 10,100. Yes or no? Average A plus B by 2 is 5,050. So A plus B should be equal to what? 10,100, right? Similarly, average of B and C is 6,250, which means B plus C by 2 is 6,250. Let me write it here. A plus B, you know, will be 10,100. B plus C, average income of B and C is 6,250. So total income of B and C will be 12,500. Similarly, average monthly income of C and A is 5,200. So C plus A will be equal to what? 10,400. Right? 3 averages are given. Just double it to get the sums. A plus B, B plus C, C plus A. Find the monthly income of A. Find the monthly income of A. Now basically 3 equations and 3 variables. A, B and C are the 3 unknown values, 3 variables, and 3 equations have been given. You can solve. How quickly do you solve is what matters here. Right? Now I think the easiest way to solve is to add these 2. Add equation 1 and equation 3 and subtract equation 2 from that. Yeah. So if you observe, what we can do is A plus B plus C plus A minus B plus C equals to 10,000. I'm writing the detailed steps so that you can follow, but you should be doing this calculation mentally. Right? I'm adding A plus B and C plus A. A plus B and C plus A, and subtracting B and C from that. So 10,100, 10,400 minus 12,500. Now what happens? The advantage here is plus B minus B gets cancelled, plus C minus C gets cancelled. So what we have is A and A, 2A. Right? 2A is equal to 10,100 plus 10,400. How much is that? 20,500. 20,500 minus 12,500. 20,500 minus 12,500 is how much? 8,000. So average 2A is 8,000. We want only one A, right? Monthly income of A. If 2A is 8,000, 1A, which means A, will be equal to 4,000. So option 1 is the answer. Right? So that was a simple one, and glad that all of you got it right. Selvi says I got the answer as 2,000. Selvi, you would know where you have gone wrong. By now you would know where you have gone wrong. So 4,000 is the correct answer. Okay. Any queries here? If grandparent option is given, then you should mark grandparent. See, wherever we are confused between the gender, like for example, grandmother or grandfather. But if options is grandparent, grandparent is correct. Similarly, if you are confused between husband or wife, but if the options is spouse, generic, it is spouse. Now, whether it is husband or wife, we do not know. It is grandparent. Whether it is grandfather or grandmother, we do not know. It is the child. But is it son or daughter, we do not know. Right? It is a sibling. Brother or sister, we do not know. So when you are confused between brother and sister, but if the option says sibling, go for it. If you are confused between, let's say, husband and a wife, option says spouse, go for it. Yeah. This is with respect to the previous question, by the way. So grandparent is the answer in that case for the first question there. Let me move to the next one. Should we take up the next question? Yeah. Yes. Okay, let's take up the next one. Now the next question here was posted by sorry, I'm not able to pronounce it. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but Gyana Pirakash. This is the floor based puzzle. I'll present this to you, give you about 5 minutes to try it out and then take it up. So the question is on your screens now. 8 friends, let me give you the context. 8 friends, G, H, I, J, K, L, A and B live in a 9-floored apartment where the floors are numbered 1 to 9 from ground to top. Each of them plays a different game from among cricket, badminton, tennis, golf, shooting, kho-kho, football and rugby. Each floor has one flat and one of the flats in the building is vacant. And then all the clues have been given to you. So 5 minutes is what you have. The clock is ticking now. Keep me posted about what's happening at your end. Are you getting it, not getting it? I don't know where to start. Where to start, please suggest. Anil Kiran is also confused. I think, guys, you should know how to start. I mean, I'll definitely take it up. Let's wait for a couple of more minutes. I'm sure at least a few of you are getting close to the final arrangement. Waiting for your comments. Done? All right, I think time is up and I should start solving it now because we are close to also the end of the session. Yeah. Let me see all the responses, read out all the responses basically. Way to start, please suggest. I don't know way to start. Anil says, I don't know where to start. Pratyusha says, I don't know where to start. Vinod says, don't know where to start. Vidya's asked for a few more minutes. Rajshekhar says, he doesn't know where to start. Spandana is stuck in the middle. Shivani is also unable to start. Pratibha says, there are so many possibilities. I'm skipping it since it is time consuming. Lakshman is the only one who has got it. Lakshman and Neeraj, right? Nagini says, I think we should start from the last point. Bhanupriya has done it. Dhyanesh Pandey says there are many possibilities and others are all stuck. Chalo, let's try it out. I think interesting one. I thought it would be simple, but most of you are stuck. Only 2 or 3, or I think 4 or 5 of you have got it. And I'm sure many others are also stuck who are not even commenting here in the chat. So let's take this up now. Here we go. So the question was posted by Gyani Prakash. It says 8 friends G, H, I, J, K, L, A and B live in a 9-floored apartment where the floors are numbered 1 to 9 from ground to top. Each of them plays a different game from among cricket, badminton, tennis, golf, shooting, kho-kho, football and rugby. So 9 friends basically and 9 games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh sorry, 8 friends and 8 games. So of course one of the floors have to be vacant, right? 8 friends and each of them play different games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Each floor has 1 flat and one of the flats in the building is vacant. Yes. So don't get confused when there are 8 friends and 9 floors. How do we fix it? One of the floors is vacant, right? One floor is vacant. One of the flats is vacant or one of the floors is vacant, we can say. And from here onwards, the clues have been given. The person who plays badminton is the only one who lives between A and G and so on. Okay. So based on all these clues, we need to complete the arrangement. So let's look at it. Let me get some space for me to try it out. Okay, hold on. I think I need some space to try this. Just give me a second while we add some space. In the meanwhile, others can continue trying it. Let me get some space here. Sorry about this inconvenience caused. Just a second. Yeah. All right. So let's take it up now. Here we go. So here's the data. 8 friends G, H, I, J, K, L, A and B who live in a 9-floored apartment, right? Where the floors are numbered 1 to 9 from ground to top. Each of them plays a different game among cricket, badminton, tennis, golf, shooting, kho-kho, football and rugby. Each floor has 1 flat and one of the flats of the building is vacant. Right? So basically out of 9 floors, 1 floor is vacant. One of the flats or one of the floors is vacant. And the remaining 8 floors have got 8 friends. 8 friends among G, H, I, J, K, L, A and B. And there are 8 different games here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's look at these clues from here till here and complete the arrangement. Okay, till the last point here. So the first point, so basically 9-floor building numbered 1 to 9 from ground to top, right? So I can say it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So as and when we get something for a particular floor, we can fix it here. Now look at the first point. The person who plays badminton is the only person who lives between A and G. the person who plays badminton is the only person who lives between A and G. Now this is a useful piece of information, but we cannot apply it immediately. Let's see if something is given for a particular floor directly. Like usually what happens is in floor based puzzles, they give 1 or 2 points which are directly for one particular floor. Like for example, K lives on 5th floor and he likes Kho-Kho. Or A lives on even number floor, or even numbered floor above 4th floor, and so on. So that will help us get to some possibilities or get to some fixed piece of information. So let's find out if something like that is given. Only one person lives between H and G. B plays Kho-Kho. So see, this is useful, directly given that B plays Kho-Kho, but B is on which floor is not known to us. L lives immediately below the vacant flat. One of the two people between A and B plays golf. H lives on floor immediately below B. The person who lives immediately above the vacant flat plays football. J lives on an odd numbered floor immediately below L. Odd numbered floor immediately below L. So there are 4 possibilities. I mean, if you see, maybe you want to start with this one. Maybe, I'm not sure if you should use this, but J lives on an odd numbered floor below L. See how many odd floors are there? There are 5 odd floors. 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9. There are 5 odd numbered floors. So J lives on an odd numbered floor. So it could be any of these 5 floors. Below L, J lives below L. See, then J cannot be 9th floor, because if you take J on 9th floor, which is an odd numbered floor, J has to be below L, which means L has to be on 10th floor, which does not exist. So J cannot be on 9th floor, but J can be on 1st floor, 3rd floor, 5th floor or 7th floor. Right? J lives as an odd numbered floor immediately below L, means J can be 1, 3, 5, 7 or 9, but then since we know that J lives immediately below L, 9 is ruled out. So J can be 1, 3, 5 or 7. 1, 3, 5 or 7. The person who plays tennis stays on an even numbered floor, and the person who plays shooting lives immediately above J. So the person who plays tennis stays on an even numbered floor. This even numbered floor could be 2 or 4 or 6 or 8. So these are things maybe which will help us get to clues. And the person who plays shooting lives immediately above J. Person who plays shooting lives immediately above J. Okay. Okay, I think this tells us that I think L plays shooting, or L goes for shooting, but anyway, we will come to that next. A lives on an even numbered floor immediately above I. So see, A also lives on an even numbered floor. So what are the floor numbers possible for A? 2, 4, 6 or 8. I think nothing is given directly. There are at least 4 possibilities that you'll have to start with. 2, 4, 6 or 8. Above I. A lives above I. So 2, 4, 6, 8. A is above I. The person who plays cricket lives on an odd numbered floor above the 4th floor. So odd numbered floor above the 4th floor. Above 4th floor, there are only 3 odd numbered floors. 5, 7 or 9. Yes or no? So this odd numbered floor here would refer to 5, 7 or 9. See, in general, odd numbered floor would mean 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. But here odd numbered floor above 4th floor, meaning 1 and 3 are ruled out. So this odd numbered floor above 4th floor is 5 or 7 or 9. So if you see, there is no piece or no point given here which gives us the exact information. Right? Anything that you want to start gives you 4 possibilities. So what we can do is try representing these points in pictorial format and then fit it in this one. Maybe that gives you the answer faster. Right? So let's see what happens. For example, the person who plays badminton is the only person who lives between A and G. Use this point. The person who plays badminton is the only person who lives between A and G. So there are 2 possibilities. It can be like this. You see, A, then the person who plays badminton here, and G. Or A and G can be swapped. So it can be G, the person who plays badminton here, and then A. Yes or no? There's only one person between A and G. Who's that person? We do not know. Right? But that person plays badminton. Only one person between A and G. That person plays badminton. So this point is done now. These are 3 floors. A dash G. G dash A. So the person who plays badminton is the only person who lives between A and G. We have to consider both the possibilities for A and G. Only one person lives between H and G. Only one person lives between H and G. So G is already marked. See, the first point is already used. Right? Now, the second point says only one person lives between H and G. Now, only one person between H and G. If you look at case 1, can H come above G? No. Because only one between H and G, he says, right? So this side it is A. Then this side it should be H. Similarly, can H come below G in this case? No. Because if you take a gap of 1 floor and then put H here, it collides with A. So H should come above G. Only one person lives between H and G. Only one person between H and G. Only one person between H and G, right? B plays Coco. So wherever B comes, B plays Coco. Remember that, right? We can make it pictorially here, right? That B likes Coco. B plays Coco, right? L lives immediately below the vacant flat. L lives immediately below the vacant flat. So this is one piece that you have to remember, point that we have to satisfy. The second point is L lives immediately below the vacant flat. See, let's assume the vacant flat is X. L lives immediately below the vacant flat. L is immediately below the vacant flat. So if this is the vacant flat X, L lives immediately below that, right? These two have to be together. One of the two people who live between A and B plays golf. One of the two people who live between A and B plays golf. One of the two people who live between A and B. So that one indirect information given to us here is that there are two people between A and B. He says one of the two people who live between A and B. So between A and B there are two people and one of those persons plays golf. But A is marked, B can be 1, 2 here or 1, 2 here. You're able to follow. Where can B come? Between A and B there are two floors. So 1, 2, B can come here, or 1, 2, B can also come here. Similarly in case 2, we can say 1, 2, B comes here, or 1, 2, B comes here. So these two possibilities will become 4 if you consider that. Go to the next point. H lives on the floor immediately below B. Okay, this is interesting. H lives on the floor immediately below B. Since H is already marked, we can place B now. H lives immediately below B. H lives on the floor immediately below B. So B has to come here. Similarly, B has to come here. H lives on the floor immediately below B. Yes or no? H is immediately below B. H is immediately below B. And we know that B plays Coco. B plays Coco. Right? Now go to the previous point. One of the two people between A and B. Between A and B, there should be two people. I think this itself is building like two possible cases, right? Between A and B, there are two people. So 1 and 2, these are the two people. But if I take this particular case, between A and B, 1, 2, 3, 4 people are there. Yes or no? Between A and B here, we have got 4 people. But the point says one of the two people between A and B. Which means this is wrong. That case is wrong. This is the correct case. So one of the two people who live between A and B plays golf. One of the two persons between A and B plays golf. See, we already know that one person between A and B plays badminton. The only other person left out is G. So G plays golf. Yes or no? Who is this person who plays badminton is not known, but G plays golf. Yeah? Go to the next point. Go to the next point. The person who lives immediately above the vacant flat plays football. The person who lives immediately above the vacant flat plays football. Who lives immediately above vacant flat? See, X is the vacant flat. Whoever lives immediately above the vacant flat plays football. Below vacant flat is L, above vacant flat is the footballer. J lives on an odd numbered floor immediately below L. J lives on an odd numbered floor immediately below L. See, L is already marked here, so J is immediately below L. So this is one piece of arrangement. This is the other piece of arrangement. We'll have to attach these two somehow. J lives on an odd numbered floor immediately below L. So J is on an odd numbered floor immediately below L. So J can be 1, 3, 5, 7. We have already understood. Now understand. Suppose this is 9th floor. 9, 8, 7, 6. This cannot be 9th floor, right? This is 8, 7, 6, 5. Okay. I'm trying to find out the possible floor numbers for J. We already know that J can be 1, 3, 5 or 7, right? J cannot be 9th floor. Somehow we have cancelled 9. I don't know why. Earlier we had cancelled 9. So J cannot be on 9th floor. Can J be on 7th floor? J cannot be on 7th floor. Look at this. Can J be on 7th floor? Because if J is on 7th floor, this is 8th floor and this is 9th floor. And then this becomes the 10th floor. So J cannot be on 7th floor. Can J be on 5th floor? 5, 6, 7, 8 possible. Can J be on 3rd floor? Yes, 3, 4, 5, 6 possible. So 7th floor is also ruled out for J. So J is either 1 or 3 or 5. Remember that. Yeah. Next point. The person who plays tennis stays on an even numbered floor. The person who plays tennis stays on an even numbered floor. And the person who plays shooting lives immediately above J. Look at this point. The person who plays shooting lives immediately above J. Immediately above J is L. So L is the person who plays shooting. L is the person who plays shooting. Yeah, he is immediately above J. Next point. What is the next point? A lives on an even numbered floor immediately above I. A lives immediately above I. A lives immediately above I. So this box here is I. A lives immediately above I. And A lives on an even numbered floor. A lives on an even numbered floor, he says. See, what are the even numbered floors possible? 2, 4, 6, 8. Now look at the possibilities of 2, 4, 6, 8. Can A be on second floor? No. If A is on second floor, this is first, 0, -1, -2. Not possible. A cannot be on second floor. Can A be on fourth floor? No. Because if A is 4, this will be 3, 2, 1. This becomes 0. Not possible. Can A be sixth floor? Yes, sixth is possible, I guess. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. 6 and 8 are possible. So A has got two possibilities, 6 or 8. Next, the person who plays cricket lives on an odd numbered floor above fourth floor. The person who plays cricket lives on an odd numbered floor above fourth floor. So that we have already discussed, right? 5 or 7 or 9. Okay, now try and understand what can be done here. If you observe, we have got two pieces. This is one piece of the arrangement. This is the other piece of the arrangement. All are tightly connected. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this part has already been used. So see, there are two ways of doing it. Either we know that A is on 6th floor or 8th floor. So take A on 6th floor. You will get that arrangement. Or take A on 8th floor and then try which one satisfies. See, I don't think A can come on 6th floor. For example, I mean, to consider this point, no, 6 or 8. If A comes on 6th floor, 5 is I, 4 is G, 3 is B, H is 2. Then XLJ should be on top. XLJ, and on top of that there should be a football floor. Not possible. You're getting it? We know that there are only two possible floors for A. A can be 6th floor or 8th floor. If A is taken on 6th floor, what happens? Let me just put here, right? A is on 6th floor, let's say A, I, G, B, H. That's the order A, I, G, B, H, right? Now, definitely these four together cannot come below. Can they come on top? They cannot come on top also. Because JL vacant flat, and on top of that there should be a flat for footballer. So A cannot be on 6th floor also. A cannot be on 6th floor. This is wrong. Which means A has to be on 8th floor. Now we have got it. A has to be on 8th floor. Once A is 8th floor, everything else can be fixed. So let me do that here. I'll write the floor numbers here. A is on 8th floor. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. There is a 9th floor of course here. Then 3, 2, 1. Instead of fitting there, I'm just putting floor numbers here. So A is on 8th floor. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And on top of that, there is 9th floor. Now fix this. So now floor numbers are already attached with this part, right? Try to fix this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where can it come? Can it come on top? No, it has to come at the bottom. So J, L, X and H can be the footballer. You understand? If I have to fix this piece, H has to come here. H is the one who plays football. Then this is the vacant floor. So no game here. L is shooter and J comes on the first floor. And you can verify. J lives on odd number floor. Yes, J is on first floor. Satisfied. The person who plays tennis stays on an even numbered floor. Tennis is on even numbered floor. Now see, even number floors, second floor is blocked, fourth floor is blocked, sixth floor is blocked. The only even number floor available is A, 8th floor. So it has to be tennis. In terms of persons, I think we have got all the persons except 9th floor wala person. Who can that be? G, H, I, J. G, H, I, J is done. K, L, A, B. A, B, L. K. K has to come on 9th floor. K has to come on 9th floor. So I think arrangement of persons is done. The person who plays cricket lives on 5th, 7th or 9th. Cricket is 5th, 7th or 9th. 5th is blocked, 7th is blocked. So cricket has to be on 9th floor. That's it, done. Only one game is left out. That should go for J. What is that game? Cricket, badminton, tennis, golf, shooting, kho-kho, football, rugby. Rugby comes for J. So this completes the arrangement. This green piece here. First floor to 9th floor. So if I have to read from bottom to top, JL, vacant floor, HBGIAK. In terms of games, it is rugby, shooting, nothing, blank, then football, kho-kho, golf, badminton, tennis and cricket. That's the final arrangement. And once you're done with the arrangement, answering the questions would be a piece of cake, right? Answering questions doesn't take any time. It's all about doing the puzzle or the arrangement properly. So 5 marks in about 4 to 5 minutes in my view. See, don't go by the length of the explanation. I might have spent 10 minutes, 15 minutes explaining this, but it doesn't really take 15 minutes to solve it yourself, right? I was explaining it, I was not solving it. So it has taken so much of time. I think you can do this in less than 5 minutes, I'm sure. So that completes this arrangement as well. So nice question, Gyan Prakash. I think Ravi Shankar and Rajshekhar. Okay, Ravi Shankar is the one who's complimenting on your question here. So good. So while floor-based puzzles have been common, this is different. Usually we have someone who can be fixed on one of the floors and then we try to attach accordingly, right, with other people. Here, nobody could be fixed on a floor. Instead, we got 5 consecutive persons in one place, 4 consecutive persons in the other place. We, attach these two pieces, 5 plus 4, 9, or 5 on, 4 above 5, that makes it 9, right, otherwise. So good one. I think a different question type in my view. Time is up. I know we have not really solved many questions because the first half an hour of our discussion today went into SBI, PO and the new exam portal. But I'm sure both are very, very important for your, for you to strategize. SBI, PO, of course, all of you should know that that it is announced. And about the new exam prep platform, anyway, you will get an email and SMS communication from us. Nishi says they ask such questions in SBI. Could be. Dhyanesh Pandey says, how can I master in puzzles? How can I become a master in puzzles? Well, I wish I knew a technique that could make you master in puzzles, that could make all of you a master in puzzles or a pro when it comes to solving puzzles. But my knowledge is limited, and with my limited knowledge, I think the only thing that can help you get mastery in puzzles, I don't know if mastery is the right term, but something synonymous to mastery. Here is the only thing that can make you master in puzzles is practice. Yeah, keep practicing. I think there's no shortcut. There's no shortcut to it. You have to just keep practicing. Yeah. Should we go for the next one? Okay, there's one interesting question from Dushan. This probably will be the last one. We will close it after this problem here, and I'll take up the next doubts clarification session next week to cover the other questions. But this one is interesting, right? This was posted by Dushan. This is a concept-based question that Dushan has asked. Let me post it for all of you first. From permutations and combinations. Dushan says, I'm a bit confused in circular arrangement formulas n-1 factorial and half of n-1 factorial. Need more clarification in using this formula in various scenarios. So this is what Dushyant has asked, right? Dushyant says he's confused about n-1 factorial and n-1 factorial by 2. You remember, these are concepts used in permutations and combinations. Or to be precise, this is the formula used in circular permutations when you have to arrange people around a circle. That's where we use n-1 factorial or half of n-1 factorial. So let me ask this to all of you. What do you think is the difference between these two? When to use n-1 factorial and when to use n-1 factorial by 2? Yeah. After that clarification, I think we'll close the session today. I'm sure all of you would want to explore the new platform, examprep.talentsprint.com. Just visit examprep.talentsprint.com and enter your email ID and password to see the new portal that we have got for all of you. Yeah. So circular permutations, yeah, Neeraj says it is circular permutations, true, but what is the difference? When do you use n-1 factorial? When do you use half of n-1 factorial? And why is the formula like this? Dhyanesh Pandey says, for me, mastery means to solve in exam. Generally, I skip. Dhyanesh, for me, mastery means to skip it in the exam. Mastery in puzzles does not mean that you have to always solve it, right? Mastery in puzzles is to deal with that, and the best way to deal with certain problems is to skip those problems. Puzzles definitely fall in that category. Yeah. Anyways, Nilesh says, please start separate classes for SBI PO, especially for mains, because its difficulty level touches sky. We will do all that, Nilesh, don't worry. We will cover SBI related questions in our refreshers sessions that happen every week. Yeah. Okay, answers have come in. Praveen says arrangements can change. Prashant says for Garland we have to take n minus 1 factorial by 2, and for circular we have to take n minus 1. Dhoni says, how can I post a question in our site? Dhoni, you have to just go to the discussion forum, student discussion forum of the subject where you want to post the question. There's a button called new post, click that, post, as simple as that. Girish says n minus 1 factorial by 2 is used for beads. Neeraj says clockwise is n minus 1 factorial, anti-clockwise is half of n minus 1 factorial. Dhyanesh says when there is restriction in clockwise and anti-clockwise, then n minus 1. So are you guys watching videos or not? I know permutations and combinations doesn't carry a high weightage in these exams. Maybe that's the reason you're not solving many questions on permutations and combinations, but this is a concept, right? Basic concept. So here, why are you confused? I mean, I have not got one satisfactory response so far. For Garland, we use n minus 1 factorial by 2. For beads, we use n minus 1 factorial by 2. That's not the explanation, right? I mean, of course, for garlands and beads, we use n minus 1 factorial by 2, but why? And I had explained this in the video. It's not that I have not explained this to you in the past, right? If you go to the permutation combinations video, you'll know how to, way to use it and what's the reason behind that. Okay, I think quickly let me explain and then close the session here. I am actually very hungry too. So what is it? When do we use n minus 1 factorial and when to use half of n minus 1 factorial? See, try and understand. This is something practically that you should try and visualize, and maybe if you have something like a bracelet of beads or a garland or a necklace of beads, you can check it yourself. And basically, n minus 1 factorial is used when you have to do arrangement of let's say humans or animals in a circular fashion. You understand? Different, unique. Okay, let me put it this way. N minus 1 factorial should be used. N minus 1 factorial and half of n minus 1 factorial both are used for circular arrangements only. But n minus 1 factorial should be used when you are doing arrangement of unique things around a circular table or trying to arrange them in a circular fashion. N minus 1 factorial by 2 should be used when you are trying to arrange similar things around a circular table. Similar things mean here flowers of similar colors to make a garland, or beads of course different colors, but there are repetitions there when you are making a necklace or a bracelet, let's say, which has been made of beads here, right? Now understand, why does this happen? Why is it half? Why do we say circular arrangements of flowers to make a garland or circular arrangement of beads to make a necklace or a bracelet is half of the other circular arrangements? Let's try and understand. There are let's say 4 colors, flowers of 4 colors, and using these 4 flowers you have made a garland: red, blue, yellow, green. Yeah, let me actually share the screen and put this on paper so that you can follow, right? You are making a garland, right? If you take n minus 1 factorial for garland, what happens? For example, let's say let me use this five colors, let's say. Red color flower, there's a yellow flower, there's a green flower, there's a blue flower, there's a pink flower, and there's an orange flower. Let me put one more arrangement of these 6 flowers here. Let's say there's a blue flower, there is a orange flower here, right? There is a red flower here, there's a green flower here, there's a yellow flower here, and there's a pink flower here. This is, let's say, case number 1, and this is case number 2. If you take n-1 factorial, even for, let's say, arrangement of flowers to make a garland or arrangement of beads to make a necklace or bracelet, what happens is these two are counted as 2 different arrangements. You see, case number 1 and case number 2 looks like 2 different arrangements, but strictly speaking, both of these are same. Why are both these arrangements the same? See, look at the colors. Red sequence: red, yellow, green, blue, pink, orange, followed by red. That's the sequence in the clockwise direction. Red, yellow, green, blue, pink, orange in the clockwise direction. Start from here in the clockwise direction, in the anti-clockwise direction. Red, yellow, green, blue, pink, orange, and then again red. So basically the only difference in case number 1 and case number 2, the only difference that you can spot in case number 1 and case number 2 is that the sequence is in the reverse direction. Here it is clockwise, the same sequence here in anti-clockwise, right? One sequence in clockwise direction, red, yellow, green, blue, pink, orange. The same sequence in anti-clockwise direction, red, yellow, green, blue, pink, orange. This is clockwise, this is anti-clockwise. Red, yellow, green, blue, pink, orange. This is red, yellow, green, blue, pink, orange in the anti-clockwise direction. These two as such are different because one is clockwise, the other is anti-clockwise. But when you are taking a garland or a necklace, right, garland or a necklace or a bracelet kind of arrangement, what happens is you can simply flip this garland here to get the other arrangement. You're getting it. These two are exactly the same. There is no difference. These are same arrangements, right? While the direction is different, understand, I can simply take this garland and put it upside down. When I take this red color, this case 1 garland and put it upside down, you understand? When I put it upside down, I get this case 2. Or when I take case 2, lift this garland. Let's say this is the floor. On the floor, the garland is put up. Take this garland as it is, above it, and flip it over. You lift it up and flip it. What happens? You will get case 1. Case 1, when you lift it up and flip it, you get case 2. So these are not 2 unique cases. Both are same. Just that one has been flipped over the other. The same does not. So that is the reason these are same, and we will get all these repetitions. So we take half. These are not 2 different arrangements. This is the same arrangement. So you have to not consider this as 2. You have to consider this as 1. Similarly, if you have 20 such arrangements, all the 20 have been counted twice. So that's the reason you have to take it half. So for garlands and beads and all, we take half of n-1 factorial. For persons, that cannot happen. I mean, let's say persons are sitting around a circular table. Now you may ask me the same question. You have to arrange persons. Let's take 4 persons, right? Or 6 persons. A, B, C, D, E, F. This is one arrangement. Let me do another arrangement, right? A, B, C, D, E, F. Are these 2 same or different? Again, you may say yes, these 2 are also same. It's just that one is clockwise, A to B to C to D to E to F in clockwise direction. This is anti-clockwise direction, A, B, C, D, E, F. So that way, this also is similar, A, B, C, D, E, F in clockwise. This is A, B, C, D, F in anti-clockwise. Both are exactly the same. But then, can you actually consider this to be unique? No. These are not same. Remember guys, these 2 are 2 different arrangements. While these 2 were 2 same arrangements, these 2 are not the same arrangements. Why is it so? I cannot lift a table with 6 persons around it and flip it, right? That is not possible. I can, you understand the point. A bead is symmetric. Circular bead is symmetric. A flower is symmetric. But persons are not symmetric, right? I mean, you cannot lift this whole table. This table cannot be lifted in air and you cannot flip it to get the other arrangement, right? When you flip it, what happens? The persons will become upside down. And you cannot say that both the arrangements are same there. So that's the point, right? That is the reason actually circular arrangements are n minus 1 factorial. But when it comes to objects, you should take half of n minus 1 factorial. Objects like flowers or beads or, let's say rings which have to be arranged around a bracelet. Then you have to take half of n minus 1 factorial, because one garland can be just flipped it like, you can flip it like this. You understand? There's one garland in your hand like this. You flip it, you will get the other case, which was actually counted as two different cases earlier, but both are same. Similarly, there's a bracelet of beads. You flip it, you will get the other case. Should these two be counted as two different? No. Because same bracelet flipped over gives you the other case. How can you say these two are two different arrangements? Same arrangement. So garlands and bracelets can be flipped like this. But there is a circular table of people sitting around it. Flip it and say no, both are same. How is it possible? Here the heads were up, here the legs are up. Upside down arrangement, right? That cannot be considered as a same case. So circular arrangements are n minus 1 factorial. Now why is it n minus 1 factorial? That's a different concept altogether, which again has been covered in videos. Explaining this question by Dushyant, that why is n minus 1 factorial in one case, why is it n minus 1 factorial in the other case, is the, is what has been explained here. You're getting it? Remember flipping. You're just flipping it to get the other case. In case of garlands and bracelets and necklaces. So half, just half it. But that cannot be done for persons. Or for that matter, let's say animals. You just cannot do it. Okay? Dushyant says, now Dushyant is asking me another question. Can we take it like living things n minus 1 factorial, non-living things n minus 1 factorial by 2? I cannot generalize it that way, Dushyant, because the question can be made tricky where non-living things are like, let's say, which are not symmetric. You understand? So let's not, I know I started that way. I gave an example of persons and animals in one case and other things in that case, but as such it is not living and non-living things, right? Like for example, I don't know, I cannot think of objects, but let's say you have to arrange 5 items around in a circular fashion. These 5 items are a mouse. Mouse again is a bad example. I don't know why this mouse is called mouse. I am referring to a computer mouse. Let's say you have to arrange 5 things: a diary, a watch, a laptop, and a remote control and a camera. 6 items, right? There is a camera, there's a diary, there's a watch, there's a remote, a TV remote kind of thing, and there's a laptop, right? And then there's a water bottle, let's say. I'm looking at all the objects that I can call out, right? And there's a chair, right? And there's a dustbin, right? And there's a, yeah, I cannot think of anything else in this room. Yeah. Now these things, when you arrange around a circular table in a circular fashion, flipping would, of course, it will give you the same thing. We can say non-living things also, but then you understand the idea. I don't know. You getting it? Watch flipping it is not the right way to arrange it, right? Think about it. We generally don't get this. We will not be asked to arrange these kind of objects. But again, strictly speaking, I don't want to say living things and non-living things, because that may again lead to confusion in future, right? Understand the concept. If by flipping it you are getting a different arrangement, take half. If by flipping it you are not getting a different arrangement, then take full, right? Half and full. N minus 1 factorial is full. Half of n minus 1 factorial is half. Yeah. So that's object. That's the concept, not the object. That's the object. Okay. Somebody says mobile. Yeah, mobile I couldn't think of because my mobile is in my pocket. I was only looking things around. Anyways, that's the concept. I hope all of you have followed. All of you have understood what needs to be done. Yeah. Dushyant says, but even for people can have same direction as that of garland. No, but people you cannot flip it that way, right? Okay, so thank you all for joining us. I would like to repeat 2 points. The SBI PU notification which has been released, I'm sure all of you know about it. And point number 2 is about our new platform, new learning platform, examprep.talentsprint.com. So all those who have missed my point 2 in the beginning, let me tell you, you can now visit examprep.talentsprint.com and log in with your same email ID and password to access our new portal, which is a lot better in terms of UI and UX when compared to banking.talentsprint.com, right? And do not worry about anything. You will get an official communication from us via email, via SMS about this new change. Please go and explore it even before you get the official communication. Thank you once again for joining us. Keep practicing. I'll meet you all next week. Until then, take care. Bye.